Hi, today we're going to talk about the transport system, about the leaves, and about the stems. Okay, so for the vocabulary today, we have the word caricle. Caricle, it's this part here, and it's the waxy layer on the epidermis. Remember that the epidermis, it's like the skin of different parts of the plant. Then we have stomata. Stomata are like tiny openings on the underside of the leaf, under a leaf. Okay, so now that we're gonna talk about stems. Stems are the portion of the plant that it's connecting the roots to the leaves. That's the stem. You know it, you have studied like before. Stems have special cells that give them stiffness. So it means that they're hard and they can stay upright, stand up, even when the wind blows. Trees and bushes have very hard stems. They even give us lumber for our houses. The trunk of these stems are covered with bark. Bark in Spanish, we would call it corteza, that hard thing in the outside of the trees. This covering protects the xylem and phloem and keeps the plant alive. If this epidermis is stripped off, then the plant is gonna die. Sometimes little holes are drilled in the tree to drain out the sap as it comes down the phloem. Like what happens with sugar maple trees and rubber trees, like this. They drill a little hole and then put like a little tube, and then the sap comes out and people collect it. Okay. Some stems are soft, especially smaller plants. These stems usually have xylem and phloem in bundles. It means in groups. The stringy parts of celery, apio, for example, are transport bundles. Each part of plants have the same, like each plant has the same basic parts, but they are arranged, they are like put in different places, okay? So parts of the stem. First, you have the epidermis, this outside layer here, like the skin of the stem. Then you have the cortex, okay? The cortex is where the plant store its food. It will be over here, okay? Then you have the transport system, xylem and phloem over here and over here, okay? And then you have the pit, would be here, okay? The pit is dead xylem and phloem, that it's no longer used. So the plant keeps growing like to the outside, and then the dead xylem and phloem, that is called pit, it stays in the inside. Then we're gonna talk about the parts of the leaf. Okay, so we have the caricle, like I said before, this waxy layer at the top of the leaf. It prevents that there's too much evaporation. Then we have upper epidermis. It's like the skin of the leaf, and it protects all that it's inside the leaf. Then we have the palisade layer. It's here. That's where chlorophyll is and where photosynthesis happens, okay? It's really important, this layer. Then we have the spongy layer. It's like a sponge. It has many holes, and it lets water and gases move in and out. And this layer also stores water and food. And then over here, you see this part here, it's the vein. It contains xylem and phloem. So this transport system is connected to the stem and the roots. The xylem tubes allow the water and minerals to move up from the roots. And then the phloem transport the food made in the leaves down to the stems and roots. And then we have the lower epidermis. The lower epidermis would be here at the bottom, okay? The lower epidermis, it's a bottom layer of cells. It is like a skin again, but it's on the underside of the leaf, okay? In the lower epidermis, there are tiny openings called stomata, and special cells called guard cells are like control them. It's like they have a mouth, a hole like mouth, and they open it when the leaf needs to breathe. When the leaf is really hot, the cells open up the stomata and let the water evaporate and release oxygen into the air. And then the evaporation cools the leaf. Some trees have as many as 16,000 stomata in 1 square centimeters. And even a corn plant has about 200 million stomata openings. What do you think? Okay.